just wants to know how much water should we drink then per day?
I would say about 4 to 6 glasses a day. You don't actually, it's bad to drink too much water as well, believe it or not.
Or at once. You stagger it during the day.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so there you go. That's the answer there. We've got Tim in Derby with an email. Could you ask your skincare specialist how to get rid of tags of skin? I've heard these tags grow after the skin's genes become faulty, making the skin form these tags. Is it true that they contain no nerves or blood vessels and can be cut off with sharp scissors?
Okay, I'll tell you exactly what to do with it. You just get a piece of thread and you just tie around until you block off the circulation. It'll go black and then you just fall off, and that's the easiest way to get rid of them, and it's a very safe way as well.
I'm wincing. Right. Back to the ladies. That was men's corner there. That's quite neat. Joe in Stoke. Hello, Joe.
Hiya.
Hi, love. Yeah, what do you want to ask?
Hi. I'm 35 and at a certain time of the month I get these huge, massive spots all over my face, and they really, really are unattractive to look at. Mm-hmm. What can I do?
Okay, well, that's because, of course, your hormones are shifting every month. And the first thing is, do you get constipated, for example, around that time?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. Sometimes that can happen. Again, it's working on trying to... The skin has created this habit, a pattern of doing this every month. And the thing is to make sure that those inflammatory spots are actually cleaned out, actually. So you really need to probably go to somebody who can work with you and treat you for a few times and get it under control. Yeah. And then use very mild, gentle products that can balance up. And I said, I keep going back very simply to geranium just because it's a nice balancer. Yeah. And using a toner and using cleansers that will just calm the skin down. There's also the use of German chamomile, which is a blue colour, which helps. You need to bring the inflammation down all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's changing the habit of what the skin's formed over the many years, basically.
Right, that's right, because you tend to put so many chemicals on your face.
Yeah, and the skin reacts to that. So most people want to, get them out and put harsh products in and dry it all out, and then they cause more problems in the long run.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Joe. People always want quick results, don't they? If they follow your advice and some of the things you've been mentioning this evening, how quickly before they get results? We like quick results, don't we? Well,
of course. I mean, if you go in and have a treatment with someone who knows how to do a skin treatment, I mean, for example, if I do a treatment on someone...
She's hitting me on the head. No, you don't believe that, do you?
So if for example, I actually do a treatment on someone and help to clean this, whatever it is, and get it under control, then the person can handle it themselves from there on. But it still takes about 3 months for things to change around. That's if you change your diet and change anything for the body to change its pattern. And anything you do, there's a change, and also, so there's so many factors involved. Some people might take a year or more. Remember how many years it took to get that problem. And sometimes if someone's going under specific stress, and often what will happen is you might just be giving something to help the stress and get them through that problem until they can deal with the actual what's caused it in the first place.
Nancy in Lincoln has rung in. She just wants a bit more. We're back on the water business again, but she'd like to ask about detoxing. She drinks a lot of water, but she just wants a definition of what is detoxing. Is there anything she can put on her skin to help detox? And how do you know when you detox? How many times do we say detox there in 15 seconds? Answers on the postcard.
Well, detoxing, of course, often when someone comes and has a facial, often they will get more spots because the body will start to clear out stuff. Even after having a reflexology or a massage treatment, often people, again, will detox. So detoxing comes from many factors, from nutrition, changes, therapy, and also even using products at the beginning of changing your products over to, say, natural products from using chemicals. The skin will go through a detoxing process. So sometimes the skin gets worse for a month or two before it gets better.
What about the theory, I've just thought and remembered this, some pop stars a few years ago would never shampoo their hair. They'll put up with it for a few weeks and then it'll have its natural processes on that. What do you make of that one? We had to put up with it being greasy and yucky for 4 or 5 weeks, and then the natural goodness takes over, allegedly.
Well,
should have mentioned that in the shampoo bit earlier. It just came to mind.
Well, I noticed the shampoo that I make when people first have it. it takes a while for the head to get... I'm banging you on the head again. It takes
We'll do that after midnight.
Okay. It takes a little while for the body to get used to it, and because it is much milder, and you're not stripping the oil out so much from your head, so you're... because there's a lot of sulfites that are in shampoos, and when you're shifting something, things, it takes a while for change. But I don't think people should necessarily shampoo their hair every day. But it depends on everybody's...
Yeah, you see, I do mine every day.
Well, imagine, if you go exercising, then you've got really no choice.
I've got no choice. Absolutely. You wouldn't want me coming here looking like some greasy hippie of the 1960s or something like that.
Yes, you want to use the mildest shampoo out, basically. And only do one shampoo, not do two.
Oh, I only do one.
Yeah.
I do two if I go out on a Saturday night.
All right.
How about that? But it's only one. Save on the shampoo. No point.
That's right.
Absolutely no point. So it's a one job tonight. Okay, Martin in Chesterfield, put your phone down. There you go. There's an order from the British Broadcasting Corporation. Put your phone down, then we can give you a call back. Or else we'll... Oh, no, I was going to say something inappropriate there. Mary in Worcester.
Hello, Alex.
Hello, Mary.
Yeah.
I'm losing my voice. Right, Mary.
Well, you keep talking, don't you?
Yeah.
Can I have a word with Janet, is her name?
Jan.
Yeah, Jan, yes. Just a minute. Okay?
That was a pause for our regional stations to join us again. Right, Mary, ask the question.
Okay. It's about baby shampoo she was talking about. I don't know whether you know, but when people have had a cataract operation, they have to follow a procedure, cleaning their eyes off 2 or 3 eyelids and their eyelashes off 2 or 3 times a day with diluted baby shampoo.
Yeah, because it's very strong, extremely strong, and it's used to remove, as I said, cradle cap, and it's used to take off any stuff, but it can cause more irritation in the end.
Well, I've had to use it, you see, and I thought it was irritating my eyes, so I wondered what you could suggest would be a good thing to use.
Well, I would use something that is unscented for sure, because the scent can cause a lot of problems in shampoos.
Yeah.
Definitely use something that is sulfate-free, which there's plenty on the market now.
Which free?
Sulfate-free.
Sulfate-free, yeah.
You don't want something with sodium lauryl sulfate in it.
No.
Because that's a poison, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So you want to try and find a product that just has something like betaine and some of those are in the health food stores.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Mary. In Worcester. This is your last chance to ring in. Really enjoy it. bbc.co.uk. Antiperspirants, perfumes, and all this nice smelly stuff. You don't approve?
I don't approve of antiperspirants at all.
Not at all?
No.
Why not? I don't want to smell like a dog.
Well, you can use natural deodorants that don't harm you. You imagine what you're doing. You're putting on chemicals underneath your armpits, which is all full of which is all where
It smells nice.
With all full of your lymphatic system, and then it's going in and going all the way around your body. It's containing a lot of petrochemicals and causing problems. So I make up a natural deodorant that works really, really well. And the stuff the stuff that, for example, I put in that has clove, and clove actually destroys petrochemicals. So if you get a whiteboard, for example, clove will actually take off, dissolve the markers.
Oh, well, I bought about 20 canisters because there's a 2-for-1 offer. Never mind. Martin in Chesterfield. Hi, Martin.
Hello, Alex.
Okay,
How
mate.
are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. What's your question?
Yeah. Well, it's a question. I was listening to your wireless about somebody having psoriasis. And I was listening to Jan speaking. Well, I've had psoriasis on my knees and on my elbows and on my knuckles and my hands. And do you know the finest thing I found out?
Yeah?
Bathe it in your own urine.
Yeah, I've heard of that, yes. Especially.
Have you heard about that?
Yes, I've heard about that, but it has to be
And do you
fresh.
know it's the finest thing out, and I've never had no trouble since.
We'll have to look closer there, Martin, because the line is a bit dodgy. Why does that work? Is that down to acidity level?
Actually, urine is actually one of the most antiseptic products out until it starts to break down. There's even been, I can't verify it, but there's even been helpful with problems. Even taken internally, but it is very helpful.
Yeah, we talked about this a few weeks ago with a great debate with a couple of our medical experts
but
here on the
they found
program.
it on skin problems, putting the urine is just as good as using a herbal concoction, but it has to be fresh. And then, in fact, if you look in a lot of products, they have basically it's from urine extract. in a lot of the creams that you buy.
So you might as well have it neat and direct and from yourself, rather than paying all this money once again. Money work makes the world go round. 0845 303 9303 if you want to join us between now and midnight. 12 minutes to 12. Just a quick plug for next Friday night before we go into our next caller. Next Friday night, handwriting analysis with Andrea Benson. Will be here in the Late Show studio between 11 and 12. So we're looking for your handwriting examples and send them to us. Along with phone number, we can reach you during this hour to the Late Show, BBC in the Midlands, London Road, Nottingham, NG2 4UU. That's the Late Show, BBC in the Midlands, London Road, Nottingham, NG2 4UU. So back on with the callers. Let's go to the BBC Hereford and Worcester area. Jean in Ross-on-Wye. Hello, Jean.
Hello there.
Welcome, Jean. How can Jan help you?
I don't know really, but my hands, if I knock anything, they come up in great big patches and the skin seems to fall off. I went to the doctor's and he said it was an allergy, which it wasn't. But, you can just touch the door handle. And, I just got marks all over my hands.
How's your general health and circulation?
Fine.
Yeah? Yeah, because it seems like there's, I'd really have to see them, unfortunately, to see where you're at, to see what you mean. Is it bruises or it's just...
No, it's just as though the skin peels off.
Do you have your hands in a lot of products and nothing like that?
No, I use rubber gloves all the time too.
You might have an allergy to rubber gloves, which is weird, I know, but that's very possible. You might want to use some sort of protective type of cream, like a beeswax ointment on your hands before you put them into rubber gloves. And then you need something to make the skin stronger. So looking at using some essential oils might be useful there too, but I would definitely say some sort of like an arnica ointment or a...
Like a what sort? What sort of ointment? Sorry.
An arnica ointment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and putting an ointment on that protects your hands when you're doing things, because it might be something with the rubber.
Oh.
Try that first.
Right then.
Okay, before you put your hands in the rubber gloves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay then, many thanks.
Thank you, Jean. Have a good weekend. We've got the last minute rush, of course. Will in Louth in Lincoln show us some observations. Firstly, he says, I was interested to hear the male caller who suffered from bad scalp problems, including dandruff. Will had similar problems and he started using natural rosemary or seaweed shampoos, and touch wood, the problems went completely. On a negative note, Will says, I use handmade soaps containing lavender and other natural herbs, but I find that my skin is always very dry. I drink plenty of water, eat a fairly healthy diet, but my skin looks more like it belongs to an elephant. Can the expert give any advice, or should I join a circus?
First of all, you need to stop using the soap, unfortunately. You need to find a pH-balanced shampoo for your body to use on your body and face. One thing that seems to help with very dry skin is actually by putting almond oil all over where the skin is dry, and then getting in a warm shower and then patting your skin, and it seems to help a lot with very dry skin. And doing that every day until that's problem alleviated. But unfortunately, regular hand soap does dry out the skin. The other thing is so I would say try and get a pH balanced shampoo.
And then you can join the circus after that, Will. Maisie in Syston, in the Radio Leicester area. Maisie.
That's right. Hello, Alex.
Yes, Maisie.
Hello. Well, actually, I heard you talking about sulfate a moment ago, and when I tell you I was just about to take a quinine and sulfate tablet before I go to bed, which I have prescribed for me for restless legs, and I heard you mention that sulfate was poisonous.
Well, it's not the same. I'm talking about sodium lauryl sulfate, which is externally used in shampoos, which was actually invented as a garage cleaner in the Second World War. It's different.
I see. I'm sorry about that, but it got me worse for a moment. But also, I heard you mention rosemary. And can you take too much rosemary? Can you use too much rosemary? Can it cause any problem, such as bleeding?
Well, you can have a little bit of rosemary in your food, of course, as the herb. But rosemary essential oil, I mean, you don't take that internally.
No, if you put too much in cooking, can you put too much? Can it cause any problems?
You can always put too much, but putting a sprig of rosemary in your cooking is not going to be too much.
I see. Yes, thank you very much indeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Maisie. Have a good weekend. Now, Isabel in Blurton has, now let's see if I've got this right, Vitiligo? Vitiligo. Oh, I don't know what that is. Wants to know if there's anything she can advise. It's all over her body. What is it?
It's a lightening of the skin. Unfortunately, it's the pigment that has disappeared from parts of the skin.
Is this always what Michael Jackson says he's got, allegedly? Allegedly. Right, so Isabel's got a form of that.
Yeah, unfortunately, there is absolutely no cure that we know of at this point in time. So often they use makeup to cover over.
Yes.
And it's unfortunate, even in the sun, of course, it makes the browner areas go browner and the white area just doesn't tan at all because there's no pigments in there. So the only thing is there you do need to protect those areas. But unfortunately at the moment there is absolutely nothing for that yet.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, ouch.
Susie, head of phones tonight, made a very good point. We're talking about makeup. Is there any point in using holistic methods of skincare, which you've advocated so eloquently earlier on this evening, and then suddenly people start bunging on all the chemicals of bog standard makeup? Is that somewhat undoing all the good?
Well, you can get natural makeup nowadays, and for example, I make a moisturizer that has carrot root in, which has a slightly orangey colour.
Back to the carrot.
I love carrot root.
Carrot's the word tonight.
And it gives a nice glow to the skin. So I find I don't personally have to use any foundation or anything like that. But certainly where makeup can help is, for example, a foundation is if somebody says going skiing in a very cold climate, and it kind of actually protects. Just like an ointment would. And as I said, you can get a lot of natural cosmetics out there nowadays.
Getting some of the ingredients for some of the things that you've mentioned, and we'll give out all details in a moment or two's time. Fairly straightforward now these days. There's a lot more available, isn't there? With all these natural shops and herb shops and this, that, and the other. It's become an easier process than it would have been almost a decade ago, even.
Yeah. The only thing that's difficult to get at the moment, it's not that it's difficult, it's just there's not too many places carrying it. It's like the vegetable-derived emulsifying waxes that helps to join the creams and the oils together, like the oil and water together. And I supply that, and I'm slowly getting stores to sort of start to carry that along with the book, for example, so that at least people can get that product. But things like witch hazel are easy to get, rose water, you can get those anywhere.
So it's got a lot better. Okay, plug time. So the book is called... here we go again. The Creamy Craft of Cosmetic Making. I feel like Audrey Hepburn in My Fair Lady. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plate. The Creamy Craft of Cosmetic Making with Essential Oils and Their Friends is the title of the book by Jan Benham. How do you get hold of it?
Well, you can contact myself. There is a couple of bookstores that will start to carry it. One is the Magic Thread. There's a few places around, so I can give the names if people contact me of where you can get the book from. You can also get it over the internet as well. And so we can do it through mail order as well.
Okay, so now what's the internet address so that people can get hold of you? We're all into the internet on this program.
Absolutely.
Believe you me.
Okay, the internet, well, actually you might want to have my my webpage, and then you can contact me.
Absolutely.
So it's www.aromashoppe, AROMASHOPPE.
Oh, like traditional ye old English tea shoppy.
.com.
.com. I like that. That's nice, that with the old traditional shoppy. Very good.
And then what happens is the web page.
You love hitting my microphone.
I do love hitting your microphone.
We'll send you the invoice after midnight.
Right, and they can send on the emails to myself in England, and then I can get the book out to them.
Okay.
Or I can direct them where to get it from.
How much the book? £9.95. £9.95. So via the internet, or is there a phone number for people who are disenfranchised from the wonderful world of technology?
Well, it's 01623
01623
79 7100.
7100. Tell you what, I'll have to do this again sometime. Quite enjoyed that.
Yeah.
In fact, more than quite enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. Thanks very much, Anita, Jan.
Oh, it's great being coming.
Thanks. Here, we'll send you the bill for the microphone as well
great,
later on.
perfect.
It never has been hit. I've had somebody try to throw it at me once or twice, but that's another story. Thanks very much, Anita, Jan.
Thank you.
That is Jan Benham. Details for you. Again, the book is, love saying this, the creamy craft of cosmetic making with essential oils and their friends. It sounds very Larry Olivier, doesn't it? By Jan Benham. That's BENHAM. Two ways of getting hold of it, either through the internet website. It is www.aromashoppe.com. That's AROMASHOPPE.com. Sounds like a television show. HAPPY. No, AROMASHOPPE.com. Or the telephonicals 0162397. No, I'll get it right. Don't worry. You don't listen to this program. We botch it up every 5 minutes nearly. So another word there with two L's in it. 01623 797. Contact lenses. 01623 797 100. I just had to fill up time anyway before the midnight news, so it was a deliberate error. 01623 797 100. Thanks very much, Lee, for coming in, Jan. And that's good stuff. Really enjoy that. Now.